know we're actually doing a podcast.
This motherfucker is streaming Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
And Tim is doing overtime.
Oh, I seen that. I didn't understand what he was. All this damn typo. I'm like, what the fuck is he saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I seen that. I didn't understand. Yeah, I got the gist of it. All this damn typo. I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? Hey, did you end up getting a Switch, Jason?
No, we didn't get one yet. I don't have the money, and Dusty didn't get one, so.
Oh.
I did have to give a warning to everyone about the shit I saw, though.
What's that? You mean the break-in and the dock and yeah, that bullshit.
Like all kinds of like little issues. I wouldn't call the dock scratching the screen a little issue. That's immediately go out and buy a screen protector issue.
I don't see how that wasn't tested. Like,
well, they put a plastic screen on it. They didn't put a glass screen, so it scratches really easily.
Yeah, but I mean, how many times did they slide it in and out the dock before they started selling them damn things? It only takes a couple times before it starts scratching it.
It tells you they didn't do much testing, or they just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's some do-it-yourself thing where people are fucking putting toilet paper, slide it in and out the dock before fucking pieces of washcloth. It only takes a couple times before it starts scratching. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. Shouldn't have to do shit like that. Did you tweet out the feed yet? Yeah, that's some do-it-yourself thing where people are fucking putting toilet paper. I'll hop on here and I'll catch pieces of washcloth. It only takes a couple times before it starts scratching. Like, what the fuck? Shouldn't have to do shit like that. Did you tweet out the feed? Three-man show. So who else is? Yeah, what's that other guy we had that one time? It only takes a couple times. What's his name?
Gaming Forever.
Have to do shit like that. Did you tweet out the three-man show? Gaming Forever.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What's that other guy?
I don't know if he's available or not.
It only takes a couple times.
Gaming Forever.
Have to do shit like that. Did you?
Let's see.
Jesus Christ.
Damn it. Okay, come on. Okay, I just tweeted too.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
There's no link in this. Oh.
You know what? I forgot.
That's the link.
I'll retweet Jason's. That's not good. All right, yeah, that's all right.
I know I'm following you, Jason. I don't even see that shit. Did you tweet it out already, Jason? Trumps.
It's just like I ran out of space, so I was like, ugh.
Am I loud enough for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yep.
I'm asking if you guys are ready. I don't have the intro set up.
The only downside about being on the podcast is I don't have one to listen to after today. I hate listening to myself.
Yeah, I play it back to make sure I'm not sounding like an idiot.
No one.
Sometimes
I don't never play that shit.
Almost no one likes their own voice. Pretty much no one does. So.
Yeah, it's.
Sometimes
cool.
It sounds good, then other times it sounds
awful.
I'm just waiting for my voice to like crack or some shit. 'Cause I do that. I do that all the time. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think you're fine, dude. I don't think you got anything to worry about.
All right, cool.
that set up and ready. Got that set up and ready. Turn that to 100%. Alright. Ready to go?
Yep.
I know, as soon as I was about to start, Dusty walks out of his room. Okay. Oh! And there goes my dog. Okay, I'm gonna start now.
Tagged Tim Dog too. Jason. I mean, Dustin.
Welcome to Xbox Uncut. My name is Jason, and we got a three-man show here today. I have Steph. What's up, Steph?
What's good? What's good?
And my man Will.
Hello.
So this could be a long show. This could be a short show. So we'll just have to see where it goes. See how much we're actually interested in these topics.
They're gonna say like it could be a shit show too.
Yeah, it could be a shit show. It could be a good show.
Yeah.
Who knows?
No. I think you know you gotta think positively. I think it's gonna be a good show.
You do that. No.
Bastard.
Right. We have no letters, so just go ahead and put that in first. No letters. Sadly.
It's been dry season on that one. Yep. Come on, guys. Send anything. I don't care.
Hate mail, spam.
Yeah.
And if you did try to send us something and we didn't get it, it should come through at letters@xboxuncut.com. But if you are sending there and it doesn't seem to be getting through, xboxuncut@gmail.com also. So, but yeah, I haven't received any. So, just going off of that. But let's start off with the news. Phil Spencer. Let me first actually set this thing so people watching can keep up with us. There we go. Transition. A lot of dev interest in Scorpio/Xbox One. Previewed a lot of new games. Can't share, I don't know what 3P means, specifics, but Japan was a great trip. So, yeah, Phil Spencer went on a trip to Japan, and apparently, I guess he talked about Scorpio. I don't think he previewed games on Scorpio. I don't think that's what he was trying to say. I think he just meant he previewed new games, as in they were running on whatever they were running on. I don't know if this actually means anything. I'm just going to say that right now. What do you guys think?
I think for one, the 3P is a third party. He's saying he can't share who he.
Okay.
Yeah, he's saying he can't share who he spoke to, and I'm saying I think he just went and he played a lot of games. Probably played you know, some Nihon and some Nier. See where those games like that. I guarantee you, one of those games is going to come to Xbox.
Yeah,
sometime
sure.
soon. One of those will. And you play probably those other Personas and all those other weird games that aren't exclusive because PlayStation paid for it or Sony paid for it. They're just exclusive just because they're not putting them out. So I'll say it's one of those games. We're gonna get one of those, and I think it may not be for anything. You know, I think we're gonna get something out of this. I hope we do. Not because I don't want to play Persona. I don't give a shit about that game. But there's people who want to play them, and it means something to the platform. I won't say no to more games. Who knows? Maybe it'll be free. Shit, I'll take something for free.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like Phil might have taken the Scorpio with him, like kind of almost like, you know, how Iron Man 2, like Tony Stark has the armor in the briefcase. He just went over there and just kind of showed developers.
I don't know if he went that far. He might have answered some questions for some people. Like, I don't think he brought around like, here's the actual Scorpio. That'd be funny if he did though. But he probably was like, "Hey, this is what you guys will be able to work with," and so on and so forth, or what he expects.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see which actual third parties visited. I'm guessing like the usual suspects, like Namco Bandai, Square Enix. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Square Enix has been kind of like really dodging them lately with all their like JRPGs. Like I Am Setsuna, that's on like practically everything except for the Xbox One, which just took me off guard for a little bit. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm sure the Tekken 7 is gonna have the Scorpio, upgrades, and probably, like you said, stuff like hopefully we'll get Nier Automata and a few other games. I'm interested to see if they're gonna have some JRPGs as well, because that's been a long sought after genre for a certain Xbox contingent, including myself. So that'd be cool. I mean, it doesn't have to be Persona. It could be maybe the Tales games or something. But
oh yeah, Tales. I like Tales. The newer ones aren't as good as the the pinnacle of the franchise, in my opinion.
Yeah, Vesperia.
Tales of Symphonia on GameCube. Great.
That was the best one. We're gonna get, it's probably gonna be a JRPG. I would bet.
Yeah, I just hope he don't go over there and say, "Here's $80 million. Please make us one." Don't do no shit like that again.
I don't think he's doing that. I think he's probably being pretty stingy right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after canceling. Like, they straight up said that one of the reasons they canceled those games was to free up resources so they can reinvest. So they're probably being pretty damn stingy.
Yeah, I figured a lot of the budget is taken up by the Scorpio and all that stuff, so they probably be very careful.
People forget that too. It's not free to develop a console. Like, it costs millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Scorpio is probably in the long run going to cost like 50, 100 million, maybe 100 million with advertising to build, put out.
Jesus.
You think that's a lot? Skyrim costed 100 million.
God, all that money.
No, that's crazy.
God damn, we're in the wrong business.
They lost $70 million on Fable Legends.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. That's crazy.
$1 million
that's unbelievable.
Like, to us, to me, anyone, $1 million is just absolutely insane. But
$70 million, right?
Yeah.
$70 million. And I guarantee you that Nihon and what's the other game? Nier Automata. Neither one of those games were even close to that much money. That's crazy that they didn't even finish that.
We're not going to get into it, but I kind of feel like Nier might have actually gotten some of that money out of Scalebound. But I kind of feel like they probably
that's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Yeah, moved around some shit, and probably. Yeah. I kind of feel like, to be honest, and I'm not trying to hate on Remedy, but I kind of feel like Remedy kind of took advantage of it too to develop all their engines.
The Northlight engine that could have been a possibility.
That's what they spent most of their time doing, was developing those engines, not building the game.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if is that engine owned by them, or is that Microsoft?
It's owned by them. Yeah, it's owned by them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Which I think, honestly, I think that was mainly that's big on Microsoft.
Well,
they had more control over it.
If you see the games that they're going to be making after this, I don't think that's what their intention was. They're going to be making fucking cell phone games and goddamn,
Actually,
these shitty multiplayer games.
Microsoft might have access to that engine. We'd have to do more research. They could probably own that engine.
I mean, they may not own it, but I'm sure they can use it if they wanted to.
Yeah, they probably, since they
just license it or something.
Who knows? Yeah, let's move off of that though before we get too off topic. 343 Industries looking for new narrative director. Halo 5 narrative director Brian Reed no longer listed as narrative director at 343 Industries on his LinkedIn account. This was the guy that did he did Halo 5. He did a couple other Halo games too. I don't think he did Halo 4.
Did he do the Spartan Ops section of Halo 4?
I think, yes, he did Halo 4 Spartan Ops, and then Halo 5, and then he did he did something else too. But, I'm not sure what to say about this. I mean, honestly, we don't know much about this guy. I mean, from face value, I think a lot of people are probably happy with this.
Yeah,
he's been long associated with the series, actually. He's been doing, I think he did some sort of, think he did the comics as well for the Halo Reach. I think he did some sort of. He had some sort of involvement there. Yeah, he's an okay. I mean, his Halo stuff previous to like the 343 stuff was pretty good, but he's not that great of a writer. He's decent at best. This is not like a great blow to them. In actuality, it'll probably be even better if they get a good like a better narrative director, because we need to see like a more focused Halo. And I don't know what they're gonna do with the lore, if they're gonna like actually do the same thing with keeping like the detail stuff into the comics, which I hate what they did. They do that, but hopefully they'll make sure everything works out to the best of the ability of 343 to portray the whole story within the game, so that you will need to read the what do you call it,
books,
the extra material. Yeah.
Well, I don't think you really needed to read the books to get an understanding of Halo 5. The problem with Halo 5 is honestly that the story was too complicated. And I know a lot of people be like, it wasn't complicated, there was no story. No, there was a story, it was just complicated, it was convoluted. It had a lot to do with the AI. And a lot of people, like, it really went over your head, especially on the first playthrough. But if you go back play straight through Halo 4 and then play Halo 5 again, you'll have a better understanding of what's going on in Halo 5. But if you're like most of us who played Halo 4, and then 4 years later you played Halo 5, you don't have that kind of retention to go, oh, that's right. Like, no,
yeah.
I don't know what's going on. And it was funny to see so much backlash from people, because they came out, Bonnie Ross came out and said that they're going for a more simple story for the next game, and people were like, "Oh my god, what do you mean simple? It's already too simple." It's like, no, not really. Like, they really do need to simplify that story, because it's getting way too convoluted with the AI.
Yeah, yeah. The two things that bothered me the most is like in the Master Chief Collection, how the terminals were tied to the Waypoint app. That was pretty bad. Like, because if the app's not working anymore, then you're pretty much screwed out of the those cool little terminals.
Story, yeah.
Yeah, and they're pretty much. I think they make up the bulk of the Didact stuff, or at least the Prometheans, like their backstory. Like, if you haven't read the Greg Bear books, and the other problem I had was between 4 and 5, Blue Team was introduced in a kind of just very quick way, whereas the books you see what happens after Halo 4. Then Chief meets up with Blue Team, and prior to that he was talking to Lord Hood about taking up a mission with them to track down the Didact, and the Didact he's killed again in the books, which is not in Halo 4, which is weird, because you would think that such a big villain would be handled in the actual game, which is really annoying. And then also you got the Tanaka backstory there in the Halo books. I mean, the books are pretty good. I had the big...
no, they don't have a problem writing a story. It just seems like when it comes to the games themselves, it seems like it's almost...
They don't feel well integrated into like
No, they're... Like, they could have done a lot of character development with him and the Blue Team. Like, they could have started off with well, maybe not start off, but in the middle of him getting reintegrated into the Blue Team, like, because you had some of that in the beginning of Halo 5, with them going, what's up with Chief lately? He's nonstop with these missions, like, and that's about all you get. Like, it doesn't go a whole lot with that, which is really sad. And I think that's why a lot of people hated Team Osiris too, because you almost got none with Team Osiris. Like, no reason to care.
Well, it's weird. I'm one of the few who actually liked the Osiris team, maybe even more than Blue Team, because I feel like they were a fresher, newer team, even though they weren't like that the most interesting bunch. They had a lot of potential, and like they just messed up the whole Locke personality thing. He was just very dry. Nothing particularly interesting about him. Very straight shooter type, which is not a great contrast to the others. I mean, a lot of people would prefer Buck to be a leader there, but I mean, I like the team a lot. So I hope they don't just kill him off or anything. They just got to give him more character development. That's all they really need, whether it be in the comics or not. But really, hope they stick it to the story.
Just give him a fucking hoodie, man. That's Luke Cage, bruh. What you talking about?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's fucking Luke Cage.
Yeah.
I will say this: Hunt the Truth was a better story than fucking Halo 5.
Yeah,
and whoever did that shit they didn't make that the game. Just give me that. Give me the Telltale Hunt the Truth.
Though, is that they had more liberty with Hunt the Truth. They could do what they wanted.
That's they should do what they want with Halo 5.
Exactly.
Or Halo 6. The same shit. That shit was amazing. I was fucking on my toes every week waiting for that shit.
That's what happens when you have a game or whatever, a story that's being held by like a boardroom, you know? Like they're like, "Oh, we can't do that. That could mess up sales." Like, no, you need to let these people have the freedom to tell a story. Because you can't put shackles on a story because it's gonna ruin it. So
yeah. And I feel like the Hunt the Truth stuff should have been integrated into Halo 4 as well. Like maybe like I don't know, like put maybe a sub menu of recordings and you could just listen through there and then kind of go back into the game instead of having that someplace else on the internet. You know, like I don't know. I just feel like they could consolidate a lot of cool bonus material into the games without having to split it up so much, so you wouldn't be like out of the know.
You know, my idea for the next game would be keep the team system. I actually really like the team system. You want 4-player co-op anyway, so there's nothing wrong with keeping four-person team, but always have Master Chief as the main character throughout the entire game.
Yep.
And then the 3 other people can be interchangeable. Like the first mission, you could have the Arbiter, you could have Fred, and you could have Linda. And then the second mission, like Locke might get in there, or Tanaka. Like just you can go in and out, and then you might have a mission where it's all blue team, you know,
No.
or you just do it in a way where you keep Master Chief at the top, but you can bring the other characters along for certain missions. I don't know. We'll see. Like it's I hate kind of speculating about this stuff because you can speculate all day long about what you want. It's not going to matter in the end.
Yeah, it'll never happen. Yeah. We were talking about this. It was interesting in the chat. It would be great if they really opened up the scope of the Halo franchise and made it like almost like you know how Call of Duty Infinite Warfare you have the ship and you can go to different planets and stuff. Well, you kind of get some of that in Halo 4, but it's not quite as open as far as just like traveling and like because it'd be cool you go to like you gotta go to this planet and then in the meantime you have a conversation with like Linda or something and like in between like the levels, and then you pick your Spartan and then they all go on a mission and they all have unique like dialogues with each other. I mean it's a lot of work, but I feel like the scope could be a lot bigger considering Mass Effect has like such a big scope as well, and Halo's it never felt quite. I mean, it's big, but it never quite felt as all-encompassing as like a Mass Effect.
They never properly integrated with the book or the expanded universe with Halo. Like it's somewhat there, but they never properly integrated. Honestly, if Halo were to properly integrate with its books, the expanded universe, way bigger than Mass Effect.
Oh yeah,
way. Bigger.
It would be amazing. It's just like, and the problem is that they have these 3-year cycles. So I feel like they're kind of, they have to take their time with some of these. Like we have time to wait for the Halo. I mean, as much as I look forward to the Halos, because right now it's probably one of the most interesting places I've seen it in, because you got the Arbiter and Locke and Chief. Everybody's all in like one place now. But yeah, they need to like take their time, man. Don't just rush it out, because Recore had that same problem where you rush it out for like a quarter, gain or whatever. But with Halo, you got to be really careful, man. You can't just let that, go by the wayside, because that's a big franchise.
Yeah.
Yep. 5-year dev cycle. Give me 5 years.
That's kind of long. I mean, 3 or 4. I mean, 3.5, 4 is fine with me. It seems like enough time. But yeah,
come on,
3
man.
for 3.
Look at GTA. Look at GTA. People get hungry.
I know. But there's a lot of open world games right now. So I mean, I guess you could say the same for third person shooters. But I feel like Halo's lore is so interesting and so vast now that a lot of people just eat that up. Like I eat that up as well. So I mean, that's kind of why I guess they want to see a quicker turnaround. But even then, like yeah, just be careful with what you're doing with the franchise because you want to keep it as good as possible. Like you don't want to disappoint people. I mean, Halo 5 was good, but it did have a lot of disappointing aspects that could have been remedied with maybe another year or so of development time. But it's, it's too late now.
If they would have just play tested the game and people would have said, "Show me the commercial that goes along with the game." Oh, this not the same shit. And Hunt the Truth, the thing that you got hyping this whole game up, not in there. What the fuck y'all doing?
Yeah, remember there was this. Sorry, Jason. I remember there was this the TV advertisement or something, or the YouTube advertisement where you see the blue team running away from something on like a planet, and then you see the war sphinx or whatever open up, and it just shows like a city. I think it was a city setting. I forget what the name of it was, but yeah, did you guys remember that live action like commercial?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, because you know how they like to link those to the actual canon. So I'm like, where would this take place in? Like, I was like, huh. But sorry, Jason, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, I was just gonna say, at least now, at least to a point, we know that they're actually, they understand that the last game was not great narratively, and they're actually doing something at least about it.
Yeah.
If even if what they're doing is getting rid of the narrative director, maybe we'll see what happens. I don't want to dwell on it too long, though.
Well, before you go, you had a theory on that Halo 5 teaser, didn't you? With the he has Cortana chip.
Yeah,
that was an E3.
The original, for one, we're talking about the one where he's walking through the desert and he walks up on the Guardian and comes out. One, that trailer actually doesn't say Halo 5; it says Halo. And two, and I know there's people are like, well, there's comic and he cracked his helmet, but it also, in the video, his helmet's already cracked, like it is in Halo 5. So you could make the point, this might take place after Halo 5. Like, they might have been thinking that far ahead with this, that, this might have been a trailer for the trilogy, the Forerunner trilogy, or whatever it is, rather than for Halo 5. So,
yeah, that would be cool.
You never know, we might find ourselves in Halo 6 looking through a desert. Let's move on, though, from that before we spend way too long on it. Voodoo Vince Remastered releasing April 18th. 1080p, 60 frames per second, with updated rendering and visual effects, Xbox Live integration, and achievements with Xbox Play Anywhere support. So, you get your Voodoo Vince. Seems like a good implementation, too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it has all the good upgrades you would ever want with the Xbox original game. I don't quite get. Well, okay. First thing, this was an interesting type of development because the guy who behind it, I forget his name, but he developed this independently of Microsoft's help. He was using his own studio and funding, and Microsoft basically just okayed the usage of Voodoo Vince. So it's just weird to me that Microsoft never even had any hands on with that. So that's very, very strange, and it's being done through ID Xbox, right?
No.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's through ID at Xbox. I believe this is actually being done by one of the original developers of the game that's currently still working at Microsoft. I don't think they're doing it through ID at Xbox, though.
Could have sworn I saw that, but yeah, it's just weird that
I can't confirm or deny. So
okay. Yeah, it's just weird that you would think Microsoft would kind of be more hands-on with this, maybe, give. I mean, I guess maybe because they're like, oh, well, this is happening anyway, so we don't have to, bother putting any money into this. So maybe it was a win-win for them.
Well, I'm sure they're probably investing in it. Like, I doubt this guy's doing it out of his own pocket.
I don't know. I've heard otherwise, but I think it's through his own studio or something like that. They kind of, I don't know. I don't know the exact details, but I just know that like it's not really a Microsoft like developed kind of backed thing, but they do like approve it. So of course, that's their IP. But it's just a very interesting way to approach this IP. It's very interesting. I mean, and interestingly enough, is also on Steam, which I don't get. Like I don't know why they put their games on Steam when they have a Windows Store. That's of course for more money, but it just doesn't
like you said,
seem to work out.
This is indie, so they get to choose.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Like I figured there would be like that's maybe some sort of a clause or some sort of thing there, part of the paperwork that says, oh, we can release it on Steam as well to get more audience. But it still seems weird to me that Microsoft puts their stuff on Steam because it's not like, I don't know, it's not a great cut compared to the Windows Store, but what do I know?
It's also going to be $15.
Yep.
So.
That's it? 15?
Yeah.
Good. That's the guy. Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm trying to wonder why. Of all the original Xbox games, why this one, man? Golly. Why this and Phantom Dust? I see kind of makes sense. It's a card game. Card games coming back. They real popular, but why this shit, man?
Apparently, people like Voodoo Vince, man.
Phil likes Voodoo Vince. That's all that really matters, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little bothersome. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bothersome. This one got the HD treatment, while the Phantom Dust has this weird upscaling type of thing going on, which is, I guess, I don't know, apparently through some emergency, it was done through the emergency funds or something. But yeah, I mean, with this and Phantom Dust, maybe they're just feeling out to see people will buy it, but I don't know, we'll see. I'll pick it up. I never really got to play it on the OG, so it'll be a good pickup.
Yeah, I mean, $15. I mean, shit, I'll try it, I guess.
Yeah, they could use more 3D platformers. You don't really have much of those.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was a 3D. I thought it may have been like a little 2D side scrolling kind of deal.
No, it's a 3D platformer.
Oh, good. I'll try it.
I don't know. My headset might be being stupid, so let's carry this on before something stupid happens. Xbox Live Creators Program coming to fruition this summer. I don't know if you guys remember this, back when they announced you'd be able to make your own games on the Xbox, dev your own games, and basically self-publish. I'm not sure on the complete details of that, but you can publish without needing a publisher. You only need $20 to start. No multiplayer games. Games only have access to the operating system resources, so these are going to be small games. So like you get the same power as like the Netflix app does. I'm not saying any of this shit's good. I'm just saying, what's in here. No achievements, only UWP games, no marketing support, no promises that a good game won't get buried. There's still an approval process. Devs won't get all the program. All devs won't be get in the program at once. Windows ports will need to support the Xbox controller, and games need to integrate Xbox Live sign-in. And here are some positive things. Microsoft won't reject any game unless it breaks store policy. Games will appear in the Xbox Store. Developers can set their own prices. You might find these games, and that's kind of a dumb rewarded. You'll probably find these games in the Windows, Xbox games in the Windows Store, so you might see some make it onto the Windows Store. Devs can build and test their games on an Xbox One itself. Devs can still apply for the ID at Xbox Game to avoid some limitations, and devs can immediately submit Windows games that have already have Xbox Live sign-in as soon as the program begins. So, basically what they said before about this program, but now it's happening. I have my problems with it, but I'm not, like, it's, like, I think about it, and it sounds like a bad deal. Like, I think there's a lot of problems with it. But at the same time, I think this is for the people that are literally, like, this is the guy that will put in $20 to put a game on the store and see if it does well. Like, this isn't for someone investing thousands of dollars,
Yeah, it seems like a proving ground, training areas type of thing. It's very similar to the 360's indie live market. So I don't remember if those had achievements. I think they did, but not 100% sure on that. But yeah, it's similar to that. I mean, it doesn't seem that well balanced, like you said, but we'll see. Hopefully, maybe they'll get developers just to kind of try the the development cycle there.
I think this is their way of trying to allow people that want to make like 2D side scrollers and stuff like that, if they just have these kinds of ideas, because those are the only kinds of games I can think of if you got like Netflix app power.
Yeah.
Like 2D side scrollers, maybe top down, simple graphic games.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess we'll see. I'm not particularly excited about it, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I would always expect a lot of trash on there. So.
Yeah, I think you just killed my excitement. I was hyped when I seen this. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool." Now I'm reading all the facts and shit. It's looking like maybe a way to get some, like you said, smaller guys in the door. But at the same time, it's like it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. Especially knowing that they don't have access to like all the power of it. What the fuck? I don't know. It's cool for some people, I guess. I mean, don't set anybody to the side. I guess let everybody get a chance to make a game. You know, maybe get some real creative out of it.
Well, this will be good for are really guys that think they want to be getting to dev work, and they can put something out there for cheap, and if it goes well, they can join the ID at Xbox program and get themselves a real dev kit, and get full power. It makes me wonder how much. I'm guessing, I don't know this for sure, but I'm guessing that the reason you're not getting full power is because you got to use the Xbox One itself as a dev kit. But who knows?
That sounds about right.
Yeah, but we don't know, so I'm not saying it for sure. Could be a load of shit. I think my headset's gonna be a whole bitch through the rest of this, but let's try to get through it. Topic of the week: the penis slider removed from Conan Exiles.
Yeah,
Dicks might be removed altogether depending on a ratings board. What's with nudity in gaming but violence is fine? Isn't there something hilarious about the fact that a Conan the Barbarian universe game, which involves brutally murdering each other, but you can't have dicks? Like, really? Like,
yeah, it's a weird double standard there.
Well, the funny thing is, like, I just don't get why it's being removed. For one, it should be an 18+ game no matter what. Like, this shouldn't, and then, of course, you can have people going, what about the children? Your children shouldn't be playing this game to begin with, so, and if you guys cared about your kids, I wouldn't have to, interact with about 10 of them every time I launch GTA 5. But yeah, I mean, I don't really get the point of it being removed.
Well, it goes along with the rest of the things that's going on in the world. I mean, you can say whatever you want on TV almost, but can't show a nipple. No nipples. No, a man nipple, but no woman nipple.
I saw a quote. Someone said it in Reddit.
No nips.
God, I can't think of his name. This one actor said, "We can sew someone cut off a breast, but you can't kiss it." And it was like, that is such a great way of putting it. You could brutally, like the worst way possible, rip a breast off, but you can't kiss it. Nope. That is way too much there, bro.
It's crazy.
I just thought this was an interesting thing. Like, I find it kind of strange. Honestly, I think games like this that go to this kind of extent, like, what's wrong with just a loincloth? But I know another game that does this kind of stuff is that game by the guy that made Gary's Mod, Rust. does the same thing. But I don't know.
Yeah. I can do without the dicks, though. I mean, if I had a choice to play with or without it, I think I would pick without.
Well, of course. I mean, no one. I think it's part of the. I think it's supposed to be part of the universe, though, where it's really fucking gritty and
raw.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The first man I see complaining about not seeing the dick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look at him kind of funny. I want my cocks. I need my cocks.
Man, and you know what's, if this backfired and they put the slider in anyway, people everywhere would go ahead and make them as long as possible.
I don't think I'd pick it up, man. I wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it? Yeah.
Nah, my kids walking in here on me playing this, dick swinging this way, ball swinging that way. They're gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
I think it's the kind of game like Conan the Barbarian, man. If you've ever seen it, like that, it fits with the whole idea, the whole universe and concept of the damn thing. But I just, the idea that nudity is so and it's not just about dicks. It's about anything like that, you know. Like Mass Effect's gonna have, I believe Mass Effect Andromeda is gonna have full frontal.
Ooh.
I don't know if I don't think you're gonna see anything more than that. But yeah, I believe they're gonna go full frontal with that, which I think's fine. I'm glad that they're going a little further with it.
They're gonna show Bush?
Probably. Who knows?
Jesus.
Well, I mean, they're always pushing the buttons.
So.
Yeah, I mean, we have Witcher and then the Watch Dogs with the Bush and all that stuff. So that, I mean, they're always pushing boundaries on this type of thing. But I don't know, it seems weird to just single out Conan for that when you have other games doing the same thing almost. You know, I mean, so it just seems weird.
Yeah, go L.A. Noir. I remember when I got to that one part, you find all the dead chicks, all hairy and shit. It's gross. Fucking gross.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this game too. It looks cool, like almost like a Ark, but almost like, but still different. You know, it's not like a.
No,
it's more straightforward. It's more straightforward, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, when is this coming out again? In like May or something?
It got delayed till late 2000.
They had to take the dicks out.
Yeah, man. Rating board like, no dicks. Like, man, the game's gonna be full of dicks anyway. So if you're missing, there's gonna be plenty of dicks. Like as far as people being dicks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm sure.
Name this podcast "Swinging Dicks," I would do it, but I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the game will do well because these types of games usually do well on Xbox, even if they're on preview. So, I think it's gonna be a good hit. I mean, I'm just very curious to try it out and see how it plays and stuff like that, especially on like a Scorpio because that's gonna look really good.
Well, everyone's going to say I picked this topic of the week because of I just went for the low-hanging fruit.
Oh, you know, it's a start.
Joke. Bad joke. Yeah, that's pretty much all. There isn't much to talk about it. I think it's just an odd-ass fucking thing. I think especially rating boards and shit should just get over that crap, especially when these games are rated 18+. Like, whatever, just let them do whatever the hell they want. I get there's a limit, but this is kind of a dumb limit when you let so much other stuff like killing.
I don't know, man. Bear dick is kind of. I think that's kind of a little much.
What do you think? Like, we've gotten to the point where killing people, brutally murdering people, is just desensitized. It's like, you know, someone sees that, it's like, who gives a fuck? Like,
you know what? I think I'd rather in games. I would rather brutally murdering people
than see a dick. Yeah, I know. I agree.
And then dicks all
like
because if my son sees somebody's,
it's like watching Django Insane. And it's like, I don't need to see your dick, bro.
yeah. I didn't like that part.
No one does, except for one. No.
Well, what I was saying was though, I'd rather my kids playing, you know, when seeing me playing Gears or something, blasting an alien, you know, or a monster up, you know, chunks and shit, than seeing Marcus and fucking Cole running around.
Well, they don't
crouching
get, like,
with their dicks hanging out. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, to a point, they only get so detailed with the murdering and brutally murdering people. Like, you don't get to see, like, games like Gears, you don't see detailed guts. You don't see, like,
it's look better than it did before. There's chunks. There's blood chunks.
Well, there's chunks, but you don't see intestines going everywhere. You don't see like actual organs. You can make
chainsaw motherfucker. You can see inside the body.
Yeah, yeah.
On PC at least, when you got turn that shit all the way up, you see the insides and shit.
Okay, you got me there. Just sit over here on my dicks. No,
yeah.
All right. Just keep them all for myself.
You can have them. No. You can have those dicks. I got my own dick. Nobody can see it.
I just thought this would be funny. What we've been playing? Well, I've been playing Ghost Recon, and it's really fun.
You like that? You like that division with in the jungle?
It's really not Division at all. It's more like Just Cause 2 mixed with Ghost Recon.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. It's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun.
Is there a grappling hook?
No grappling hook. But you got the cartels. Like Dust even said, you almost get a Crackdown vibe from it. And I kind of agree. There is a bit of a Crackdown vibe from it. Like with kind of like the humor to it. And you're going after cartels. You're going... the Just Cause aspect is kind of like the way you move around the world with the vehicles and all that is kind of Just Cause. But the combat is closer to Ghost Recon, like true Ghost Recon, to a point. Like, it's not really... Like, it's more casual than old school Ghost Recon, of course, because... Does anyone really expect true Ghost Recon anymore? But, it's a lot of fun, though, so I highly recommend anyone on the fence.
How's the single player on that game? Is it...
Well, the single player's, like, it's the same thing. Like, it's... When I go into single player, the first thing I do is go into a co-op lobby. Like, you could do everything in multiplayer co-op. Just everything. From the very first second you... enter the game. You don't even unlock it. You can just join someone. So they make it very easy to... They make it very... Excuse me. They make it very easy for you to do what you want to do. And it's really easy to join matches. If the host leaves the game, it migrates extremely quickly. Like, maybe a second or less, it just migrates.
So you saying these are good Ubisoft servers? Is that what you're saying?
I know, it's kind of odd.
It's crazy. Uh-oh. Do we lose?
Did he drop out?
Jason?
On that note, yeah, I'm gonna have to shut up now because my headset is being complete crap. So, go ahead. What have you guys been playing?
Go ahead, Will.
Stuff. Both at the same time. Well, I've been playing a lot of Titanfall, both the first and the second one. Really enjoying it. I had Titanfall for the longest time, but I just never really felt like getting around to playing it. But recently, I've just been kind of messing around with it, and yeah, it's really fun, man. Online, it's amazing. It's such a good game, the first one, and then the second one, I started just to mess around with the campaign, and it's really good. It's I'm surprised how good it is for what the short amount of time they had to make the campaign. So very, very good. I really look forward to playing more of that. And let me see what else. Playing Forza off and on, Forza 6. Really fun still. Can't wait for 7. See what all the improvements that comes with. And yeah, besides that, I haven't really been playing much else. I just picked up a few games on sale, like Blaze Blue, which was on sale for like $12, which is a really good deal. It was like part of an anime sale. Mirror's Edge was like insanely cheap. I think it was like $8.
Is that Blaze Blue Xbox One version? Or
yeah.
Is that 360? It's one on Xbox One?
Yeah. It's a Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma Extend. I think that's the one that came out before the current one. It's pretty good. It's not like super HD. The sprites are still kind of 720p-ish. They're not like the sharpest, but they still look good. They upscale well, and it's pretty fun. I'm actually starting to like it. I didn't really love all the crazy looking characters at first, but I kind of started messing around with certain ones, and because I prefer Guilty Gear, but this one is pretty decent. I actually kind of like it. But that's pretty much good. Yeah, it's good. What about you, Steph? What have you been playing?
I picked up Resident Evil 7 as soon as I seen that Chris DLC.
Oh, nice.
I've been playing that, and it's not as scary as I thought it was gonna be. It's not like, not like Dead Space for me anyway. But Dead Space is pretty bad for me. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I played it for about 3 or 4 hours. Also been playing, of course, my Halo 5. Playing my Gears. I started playing For Honor, which I thought was dope. Play that. What else did I play? I'm gonna play something else. Jesus. I think that's pretty much it. But I like For Honor pretty good.
Jesus?
No.
I think that's
Nah, but For Honor, man, that game, the servers on there are dog shit. But
yeah, that's why I can't support it for that reason. It's just like, come on.
But it's a new kind of game though. It's dope. The game is fun. Though the game has got like a little meta game in it too, which I really don't give a shit about. But
if only the parent company would invest in the servers, so it would do.
I know. That's why I said it about Ubisoft servers earlier. But
yeah, it's just such a deal breaker for me. I mean, but yeah, Halo have actually, surprisingly, that and like Gears have gotten updates this week. And what else? Some other game got an update.
I didn't get into that kind of news because it's just something people could pick up on the subreddit. But,
yeah. Yeah, just interesting. I think they added more maps.
It's just
no.
I didn't think it would be that interesting to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I know some of Halo Wars. Yeah, Halo Wars got a big patch as well. Halo Wars, so I can probably start playing it now.
But to go back to For Honor, sorry. The combat in that game. If y'all haven't played it, I mean, maybe y'all played the beta, but it's fun, man. It's fun. Just like it's like rock paper scissors. And kicking somebody off a cliff, man. Man, it's just fun. Or jumping off a cliff and attacking somebody, swiping. It's satisfying. It's like a complicated Dynasty Warriors or something with like PvP, man. It's dope. And then also like there's like another I guess in the game's For Honor. They call so basically 1v1, but there's times where you get double teamed, but there's people in the game who will, like, you fighting somebody, right, and you getting double teamed. They will wait until maybe you either die or kill the other guy before they start fighting you again, because of the so-called honor, which I don't give a fuck. If I see you getting attacked by somebody else, I'm fucking you up too. So I'm a dirty motherfucker when it comes to that.
So when you get double teamed, do you try to beat them off?
Nah.
Topic of the week.
I straight
sorry.
I was gonna say I don't go Conan with it like you would probably, but I don't do that. I keep the slider turned off, and I'm Knights all the way.
You're
Fuck
like
Vikings, fuck you Samurai, fuck all that shit. But Knights all the way.
Nice.
So,
cool,
I think that's it. That's all I've been playing.
Do you have the Division stuff?
I do have the Division, but man, fuck the Division. I'm sorry. That story was garbage.
Yeah,
the gameplay was like, so it wanted to be like Destiny. I'm a big Destiny dude. I played Destiny for like 1,000+ hours, and I'm ashamed to say that shit, but I played Destiny for like 1,000+ hours, man. And now that they're coming back out with the which y'all didn't talk about it in the news. We didn't talk about it in the news, but they're bringing back all the overage and they're raising the light level. Bro, I'm about to be playing that shit. I'm sorry. I'm about to be playing that. As soon as that update come out, I don't know if it came out or not yet, but I'm gonna do my research on it and find out when it come out. But when it come out, I'm gonna be on it again. It's probably gonna take my life away for another 1,000 hours. But I mean, those raids, man, are some of the best things in gaming we got right now. So,
well, not to be a dick.
So what?
Yeah, my mic keeps going out, so let's end this real quick. Write us at letters@xboxuncut.com, and hopefully I can finish saying this. We'll talk to you guys later. I'm sorry about making this quick, but my headset is really starting to go out. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for another good week.
Yeah.
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 All right. Say bye, guys.
I guess. Have a good night.
Guys.
Did you cut the feed?